This program contains scenes of nonsensical garbage and coarse language and is intended for a mature audience. Viewer discretion is advised.
Why, hello, my little trash bags. It's your spooky mother. Hello. I'm very ghostly this morning, and it's because I get to wear powder today. And you know how special that is? I haven't been able to wear powder, actually for the past week anyway, because we lost our air conditioning, which I will, that's a whole story time. I'll tell you that in a minute. I'm forever changed, y'all, okay? I am no longer me. I don't know who the I am anymore, but it's not me. But that's what Florida heat does to you. Anyway, so that said, in today's video, I wanted to try some new makeup. I've been meaning to film this last week, but I lost a week of filming. I was doing so good too, and this always happens to me. Every time I'm a little bit ahead, something will me up. The stars align and I get knocked off my course, and this time it was drastic. So in today's video, I'm gonna play around with some new makeup. Some of it I got in PR, some of it I purchased. Of course, I wanted to finally show this thing. I know I talked about it in my makeup bingo video, but this is from Davenport Cosmetics. This is the collaboration with S Andromeda, and I love this palette. And there were so many people that were like, oh my God, I want to see that eye look you created. And that's what I want to do. I want to kind of recreate that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play around with this palette. There's also a highlighter. We got to play around with that. And then, you know, I'm a silly bitch, and I saw this from NYX and I kind of got excited. So this is from like the Wednesday collection. There's a contour palette and there is a blush palette. And then if you did see if you did see my video, then you know how much of a stupid bitch I am. And I purchased the teeny, oh my God, I love this so much. Hold on. The teeny tiny umbrella for my phone. It's also for my Labubu's. And you know what? Life is good. Okay. So in today's video, I'm gonna do pretty much that. I'm gonna use a new Sephora eyeliner because I know I've kind of talked about this a couple of times already. Actually, a couple of times. I feel like every time I mention multi-chrome eyeliners, it's been the Sephora ones as of late. But I got 2 new colors last weekend. Haven't been able to use anything because my house was an oven, and I'm a little nervous about some of the cream makeup. That's why we're gonna stick with powder today. I haven't really assessed the damage. The house did get up to 95 several days in a row. Oh God. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So in today's video, I'm gonna play around with some makeup. We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna give you a story time because y'all love my story times, and there you have it. So I'll link everything down below, and without further ado, let's just kind of jump into it. And I did my base, as you can see. I used honestly my favorite foundation as of right now, which is NARS, the Longwear Radiant, Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I love this. I use a little bit of the IT Cosmetics concealer, and then of course my Tarte powder that I'm obsessed with, along with the CoverGirl powder. But I do need something on my lips because I feel so dry. So hold on. Oh, that's good. Okay. Ugh. Life has been brought to my face. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna jump into is the contour palette, and this is what it looks like. This is pretty cute. You have 4 different shades. So you have actually this like white shade. You have actually a pretty cool, kind of like a nice kind of cool tone color, honestly. I'll give you little swatchy doos over here. Here's your little swatches. Definitely leaning more on the warm side. Not my favorite when it comes to contours, but it's okay. It's fine. You know why? Because I have air conditioning. I could care less at this point. Life is good. Life is good. And also, if you do hear like a slight whirring, I have my fan on over my head because while we just got our air conditioner back as of Thursday night, I'm filming this on Saturday morning. Mind you, I've been up since 3:50 in the morning. It is currently 6:36, okay? It's currently 6:36 in the morning. I haven't been able to sleep all week. And he does that to you, makes you crazy. And so, yeah. Where was my point? Oh yes, still the house is kind of still catching up. It's not where I want it to be, which is, you know, AKA a meat locker. So I kind of have to, you know, chill out. So that's why we have a little bit of a fan going on. Oh, by the way, this is the white powder in there, which is, I guess, more of like a matte highlight, right? Is that what we do with that one? I think that's what we do with that one. Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I don't even fucking care. Gonna be real here. All right, I'm gonna go in to the lightest shade first. All right, let's see. Oh, that's actually very pretty. That is very, 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 very pretty. Oh, I like that. Oh, okay. Hold on, I want to try to see if I can use a smaller brush. Anyway, all right, so fun story time. I lost my air conditioner as of last Saturday. So if you saw my video that I just posted on Friday, where I'm like literally looks like that one Key and Peele sketch, looks like he's just sweating. Like buckets of water being poured on his head. That's what I look like as I unboxed all my cute little unboxings, which by the way, thank you for being so kind and lovely. One, about telling me about your past experiences with moving and having movers actually pack your shit and all that stuff, but then also being really fun and sweet about the blind boxes. Listen, this past week, which I'll get into, but like I've just been really kind of embracing my inner child, and I just love that, you know, y'all watched it and enjoyed it. And for those that didn't, that's totally fine. It's whatever. I'm going to try to separate it out. I'm going to try to do a separate little unboxing for all my little guys. So just in case if you don't want to see it, it's a separate video, and you know, whatever. And that's just my passion for right now. But anyway, y'all saw that video, right? Or if you didn't, go watch it. It's hilarious, if I don't say so myself. And so that night I realized something's not right, because the air conditioner is on, but nothing is really coming out. It's kind of like pissing out. That's probably the best way I can describe it. It's like, all right, actually pissing would be more extreme. It's like spritzing out. It's not even spritzing. It's literally just like that. But it's very, very low, and it's very annoying. So I wind up putting a ticket in, fully knowing that because this always happens on a fucking Friday or Saturday, because it happened on the weekend, nothing will ever get done until Monday. So I was like, all right. So we have an air conditioning unit that we had to purchase the last time this happened, which we only use in the bedroom. We just turned that on and it was fine. Okay, the rest of the house was getting warm, but at least the bedroom was okay. It was actually kind of cool for like the first day. Monday rolls around and immediately I get a message from the property management company that says, you know, my case has been assigned, and, you know, someone will be reaching out to me shortly, which I was like, that is fast. I thought I was going to have to wait like 2 days before anybody even showed up. So I got excited. Someone was going to arrive. They're going to fix the problem. I don't know what the problem is, but it's going to be okay. Cool. I go to work. Again, we only have one little air conditioning unit in the bedroom. Everywhere else, it's fans. I went out and purchased 6 fans to try to like push the air around the house, and it just wasn't really doing anything. But that Monday, when I tell you I almost passed out in my office because it got up to like 92 the first day, like the day where I really had to work. I was like, oh, not again. But anyway, it's okay, right? Because the person's going to come and they're going to see what exactly is wrong with our unit, and everything is going to be A-OK USA. It was not A-OK USA. What they sent was a assessor, which this is the first time this happened. Mind you, this is the 6th time this air conditioning unit has been serviced. We've lived here since 2024. The 6th time this has been serviced. The 4th time this year, with the most recent time being in May. In those 5 other times, we've never had a assessor. We've just had someone come and just like boop, 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 do the work, okay? Except the last guy, that took 2 visits because it was a whole drainage issue, and that was like a whole nightmare deal, all right? This one was an assessor. So the guy was here for like literally 5 minutes, and he was just like, all right, cool, there's no Freon, and the caps are missing. I don't know what caps he was talking about, but apparently caps were missing. He's like, all right, I got to put the work order in. And the desperation was just like, what do you mean you got to put the work order in? I'm like, in my head, I was like, I will do whatever you want. Just to give me some Freon, okay? I don't care. Do you want a Labubu? I don't know what the do you want? Do you want a YSL blush? Bitch, I got you. So, dude leaves the house. I immediately start crying. I could laugh about it now. It was not funny. Not funny. At the time, it was not funny. I was crying. I was sobbing. because I thought I was gonna die. It was so bad. So anyway, by the way, I kind of really like how this looks. I think it looks really pretty. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of that, just kind of go back and forth between like the first two shades. I don't even think I need to do that. It's just, why not? Okay, anywhoosies. So I wind up calling back the company because the guy didn't really explain, like, he kind of just said, you know, like, whatever, I just have to submit the paperwork, but he didn't really say like anything that happens afterwards. Like I just want to understand like the chain of command, right? So I call back the company and they're like, all right, the assessor needs to like put in the paperwork, then it gets sent over to your property management company. Once the property management company approves it, then we call you, we schedule the appointment, and we do the work. I'm like, okay, great. So I was like, is there any way that I will ever be notified that you put it in? And they're like, no. I'm like, cool, got it. So I calmed down, I chilled out. That Monday night, I said, I need to go to Best Buy because I need another portable air conditioner unit because there's no way that I could survive another day working in that fucking office. I will die. And I know you're probably saying, well, why don't you just like move your whole setup into your bedroom? Bitch, no, okay, no. I have 2 giant fucking monitors. I have everything set up the way that no, it's too much of a headache to do that. And also Alex is in the room too, and like I am a bitch at work. Like I'm happy that I'm like in my own little bubble, okay? And just it would be like I would be shooting him daggers if he's on his computer typing loud. Like it's just not gonna work out. I need to be in my own separate space. Plus I deal with morons every day, and like I need to be in my own bubble, surrounded by the things that I love, all my colorful plush things, because it reminds me that I don't belong in prison. Because there's nothing cute or fun in prison. So I have to look at those to remind me not to flip my shit, okay? Anyway, so that's why I stayed there. So we head over to Best Buy because I see that by the way, I know I keep just applying more stuff on. This is what happens when I tell a story and try makeup. Okay, so anyway. So we go to Best Buy because I wanted to do an order pickup of another little air conditioner unit to put in my office. So we get there and it wasn't ready quite yet because I did like curbside pickup, but something told me just go in the store. And I'm so glad that I did. Because as soon as I walked in, I noticed that there were like, you know, 3 dudes, all Best Buy employees or whatever, kind of like taking apart this AC unit out of the box, looking at it, shaking things, inspecting them. And I was like, that's my air conditioning unit. Like if something told me like that's my unit and I don't know what they're doing to it, but I don't like it. So I waited a minute and I look at Alex and I'm like, can you just go ask them? Because like I am hanging on by like this much and I don't need to like have a full-blown meltdown. You know, like I know me, like I need to take a step back, and Alex is so calm and just cool and collected that he was like, okay, yeah, like I'll just ask them like if it's our unit, you crazy bitch. And I'm like, I just have a feeling. Listen, when your girl's right, your girl's right, okay? Because these people were like, oh yeah, this is for an order pickup. And it was the same exact thing that I had or whatever. And they confirmed that it was for me. And I said, is there something wrong with it? Because like all the pieces are all over the place. And they're like, oh, well, yeah, like we like took it out the back room. And then like when we put it on the ground, like it came out of the box and like it scared us because like if it just like rolled out of the box and like just went everywhere. And I went, okay. Sorry, it scared you. But like, okay. I was like, well, so like, is it okay though? They're like, well, I mean, if you want to inspect it, I mean, you can, you know, like, but I mean, like, I guess it looks okay. I'm like, well, okay, yeah, let's inspect it. And I was then, you know, I was like, oh, Theresa, just calm down. And I'm like, well, yeah, you know, we just lost our air conditioning unit, so we need to like use it like today. And he just says to me, oh, okay, yeah, no, you should totally be fine. Actually, you could probably use it in like a day or 2. Because, you know, it fell on the other side and like it kind of shook up everything. So like in 2 days, it should be okay to use. I was like, I don't want it. I don't want it. And the disgusted look on his face. And I mean, I was like, I'm just going to cancel my order. Thank you. No, thank you. So then I ran to the back of the Best Buy and there was only like one not like in window. I don't want an in window unit. I want like the kind of freestanding ones. There was only one left and it was $400. So I was like, well, beggars can't be choosers. I guess we're getting it. So we got that. And then I just prayed to God. Prayed to God that it was fine. Now, the reason why I was kind of so like, no, I don't want it for like a day or two is because I failed to mention that the unit that I wanted to pick up was actually a bigger unit, that I was going to take the smaller one that's in my bedroom, put it in my office because my office is a much smaller room. And then this new one would be in the bedroom because it's actually, I think for 7,500. Is it like a 7,500? I think the one I had was like for 5,000. This one was 7,500. And the one that I wanted was 8,000 BTUs or some shit like that. That's kind of the rationale there. Anyway, spent $400 and I go back home. I go back home.
Hello, it's me, Alex. Two things that she didn't talk about. One is if we did not go in to that Best Buy at that time, we absolutely would have gotten a retaped box of a unit that fell on the floor. And two, to prove that we were both on edge when we were walking the AC to the checkout. The guy was like, top DPCI, those are selling like crazy. And instantly my like quick draw sarcastic reaction would have been like, oh really, an AC unit in summer? And I was just like, let me not do that. So we just left. But yeah, so we almost got a dropped unit, which I know shit falls all the time in the warehouse. Seen it firsthand, LOL. Yeah, but I would cancel that order because that's messed up. That was also the last one of that type that they had available at that store and within 40 miles. Okay, bye.
Before I go into the rest of my story, here's the blush palette. By the way, I really like how this looks. I think it actually looks really, really nice. The formula is kind of very reminiscent. It doesn't say it's buttermelt formula, but it feels like it, or just kind of reminds me just in terms of, and I know granted, this is a contour palette and I'm using it more as a bronzer, but you know me, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So. But I like this, so I think it's actually really, really pretty. I like it a lot. And I mean, I did put a lot of it on my face because when I tell a story, I get distracted and I feel good. So this one is a blush palette. We have 4 different blushes here. And it looks like there is 3 mattes and then 1 kind of shimmer formula, which the shimmer is actually quite pretty. I kind of want to go in with like the purpley color, maybe the purple and pink. I know the swatches are not really doing it justice. But it looks nice though. Here's hoping that it's a good formula. Okay, so that's Monday, right? Tuesday comes and nothing, not one thing. I finally get a hold of the property management company and they told me, oh yeah, we received the work and we're just like sending it now to the maintenance manager. And I was like, okay. I'm like, so what happens next? They're like, well, once the maintenance manager approves it, then the owner has to approve it and then you can schedule your appointment. Oh, okay. I'm like, I just want to remind you that it's like 94 degrees in the house. And I would like send pictures of the thermostat. And I was like, I'm just saying, like, I'm dying. Like, I'm dying. Like, this has to be an emergency. And they're like, well, they're like, yeah, no, this is terrible. I'm like, so you could see, that I'm getting, I don't know, murdered in this house. So like, can we like, I don't know, like, can you send the bat signal to the person that owns the house, like to letting them know that like, I don't know, your tenant's gonna die, like let's figure this out. Nothing, not one thing. By this point now, I've been spending my nights this is kind of where it dovetails into like my recent blind box obsession. Because we've been kind of staying in the bedroom at nighttime, I really haven't by the way, I really like how that pink laid down. That was really pretty. It's hard to watch anything on TV. Like, I just don't have the attention span. But what I do have the attention span for is blind box, Pop Mart hunting, specifically to try to get these Labubu sets. And when I tell you that every night this week, I either would crash out hard trying to get these sets really fast on Pop Mart because people have even faster little fingers than I do. I mean, I thought my fingers were fast. Actually, my fingers are not fast. Or I would just get suckered into TikTok lives where I would just be yelled at by, it's like these 2 women, oh, what's their names? Is it Tia, Y&D? I think is the other name. These two girls, super cute, and they just yell, refresh, refresh, refresh. And I'm just sitting there, and because I had nothing else. I had nothing to live for at this point other than to get this boo-boo. I had like nothing to live for. And it was the only thing that was actually making me happy. Like, I couldn't watch TV, couldn't read. Not that I feel like reading, but like I couldn't like listen to anything. All I could focus my energy on is just try to buy these blind boxes because it was the only thing that was keeping me together. All right, so this is what I would do every fucking night. Happy to say that you bitch secured all 3 Labubu sets, the Have a Seat, the Macaron, and the Big Into Energy, and I will unbox them. Of course, they will be separate, but I'm gonna be unboxing them. Wednesday rolls around and your girl's tired, your girl's beat. I've gotten to the point where every day I cry, like cry hard, because it's so hot and uncomfortable. And there's really nothing that I could do because I am at the mercy of these, like, just straight up. So I do one more last ditch effort and I call the property management company and I go, do you have an update for me? And it's, no ma'am, sorry ma'am, no ma'am. We actually approved it yesterday, but the owner didn't approve it. So like we need to have like the owner approve it before you can move forward. And then I don't know, like a demon possessed me because this is the day that it reached 95 in the house and my head started spinning fucking like, like around my body. And I was just like not screaming, which is actually even scarier if you think about it because I was very calm, but I was just like, I'm gonna let you know right now that this is grounds for me breaking my lease. And I was like, and if this doesn't get resolved, I was like, I will never pay you one more cent as long as I live. Like I went off. Like my eyes turned black and I just was very calm and very matter of fact. And I felt so bad because like actually them, I don't feel bad. The girl was just like, okay, yeah, like, okay. And then she said to me, which every representative said this to me, just stay by your phone, just stay by your phone, just stay by your phone. And I want to be like, bitch, this is not the 80s. I don't got a landline. My phone's in my pocket. It's always by me. Like, So as soon as I said, in addition to this lease breaking, I've also contacted a lawyer. I didn't contact a lawyer, but I was just like, I'm also in contact with a lawyer who is very, very, very ready to go. Then she says to me, can I put you on hold? I'm like, sure. She comes back and then she goes, so, okay, how about this? We can give you 3 temporary in-air units for $150 a piece. And at the time it didn't really click to me because I was just like, yeah, okay, fine, whatever. Like I have a budget. Like I would have to purchase them and then they would reimburse me. And so I was just like, okay, sure. So we get off the phone and I was like, oh, you know what? That actually works out because, and the reason why I never brought up the air conditioner this time is that the last time this happened, when I told them that I had to buy an air conditioner, they said like, tough titties, bitch, we don't care. So that's why this wasn't a thing. But it's funny that now it's a thing. Now they're offering it to me. And I don't know if it's because it's, they see that it's like 90 degrees or what it is. I have no idea. By the way, I just think this blush is really, really pretty and I like it. Now I want to move on to the highlighter. So I submit my receipt for my air conditioning unit, fully knowing the fact that I wasn't going to get the full thing, but I was going to at least get $150 for it. And then scumbag me was like, you know what I should do? I should go buy them and then return them immediately and then just like pocket the cash because like this is bullshit. Like I really got scumbaggy and thought about that, but I was like, it's too hot. I don't need that bad karma. I just don't need it. So before I move on, let me talk about this collection really fast. I believe it's sold out, but I will link it down below just in case maybe there is something. But I really do like this palette. I think it's beautiful. I haven't really used the highlighter too much, but this is what she looks like. Very, oh, bitch. Okay. That is an alien slut for the gods. Has a little bit of a green tinge to it. Oh, kind of like an icy green. It's beautiful though. So I think it's gonna work actually lovely with my blush. So yay. And let me just use this fan brush from Lethal. Oh, okay. It is, she's very sparkly. She is glitter, but like she packs a punch. So I ain't mad at it. Oh shit, okay. Oh damn. Damn, bitch. All right. Just actually going to go over it with the kind of blush brush. It's very, very pretty. I kind of went a little ham on this side. That was my bad. This one looks a little bit neater, but shit. Okay, okay. I see you. I see you, Diveroon. I see you. I think I'm gonna let my face kind of marinate for a little bit. I kind of up this side a little bit because like I spread it. When I used the brush, I kind of like dragged it and then it was like a giant swatch. Yeah, it's all right though. It's okay. It's okay. It's very, very pretty. I like it, but I want it to look nicer though. My favorite setting spray for powder. Oh my God, it's this. It's from One Size. This is the powder melt. So I'm gonna spray my face first before I move into eyeshadow. I like this stuff because it gives me like that glass skin that I love. So, okay. I suddenly at like 4:47 get a call from the company that came to assess the situation. And they said, hey, good news, the work got approved, which is kind of funny because it's, when you start mentioning lawsuit, everything gets approved really fast. Hilarious. We can come and check out and fix the problem. Give us your availability for the next 3 days. And I said, today, tomorrow. I said, that's it. I said, I don't have any other availability after that because I'll be dead. The lady laughed, which was great. I didn't because I was serious, because it's true. But she said, okay. I said, listen, ma'am, I've been without air conditioning since Saturday. I said, I am no longer a human. So if you can get someone to come today or first thing tomorrow morning, it would be greatly appreciated. She's like, listen, she's like, if I were you, I'd be crying. I said, ma'am, I cry every day. She goes, oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. I will definitely do everything in my power to get somebody there ASAP. Probably not today, but definitely tomorrow. And I said, I love you and thank you. And I felt relief. I felt happy. I was like, oh my God, there's an end in sight. It's beautiful. They're going to fix the problem, which all it needs is Freon. I almost attempted to call a company like 5 times just to get somebody to like fill it up with Freon. But the problem with that is in my disgusting lease, I can't have any work done to the house, like at all, ever. And if I do have any work done to the house, I'm liable for it. So if something fucks up, I have to pay for all of that repair cost and it's just not worth it. So I had to like stop myself from just calling somebody to be like, yo, bitch, just come and fix it. Okay. So that night I fell asleep to the sweet, sweet sounds of TikTok Live, where I had a lady just yell at me, refresh, 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 over and over and over again. And then ding, 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 ding. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So this is the Diveroon Andromeda palette. And let me tell you something. I love this palette. It's so cool tone. It's so spooky. It's just everything. And I'm so excited to actually do the eye look that I did in my one makeup bingo video that people were just like, oh my God, bitch. It's just so pretty. Pretty much just going to use like this top row up here. So I'm going to go into this shade and we're just going to lay it down all over the lid. So that all happened on Wednesday, right? Thursday rolls around. And it's funny because it's only like, if you think about it, it's only a few days. But when I tell you every day felt like a eternity, it felt like a eternity. Mind you, we also didn't cook in the house because we couldn't. And we kind of survived off of 2 meals a day. One in the afternoon, we would have popcorn, Publix popcorn, not even joking. And then dinner, we would have Taco Bell, okay? That's it. And by Taco Bell, I would just get like the Cantina bowl and 1 cheese roll up. Alex would always get like assorted different things because he is a Taco Bell boy. I like what I like. And that is literally what we ate for like 3 days consecutively because it's like, we can't turn on the air fryer that will blow up the house. Like we can't do anything. So anyway, so Thursday comes around. I wake up, haven't been sleeping. I got like maybe 4 hours of sleep a day. I'm so excited because I'm like, this motherfucker going to show up, and the window was from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. I also had to do makeup that day because I had 2 meetings, one at 3 to 4 and then one from 4 to 5 because my life. So I had to figure out how to do some sort of like light makeup that, you know, made me not look like I was dead because I had to present on a few things and whatever. So I wake up, I get excited, I go into this room, which by the way, I haven't really looked at because I was terrified to. I have a lot of cream makeup. I don't want to think about it. I still have to go and assess the situation, but I went around like horse blinders and I just kind of grabbed a couple of things that I knew were like fresher. And then I headed to my office. I put the air conditioner on and I just like put the makeup by the air conditioning unit. And then I was like, I will do this at lunchtime. Okay. So I was making myself some coffee in the morning, some iced coffee, of course, when all of a sudden I looked over at the thermostat. Because listen, at this point, it's a game. I love seeing what the temperature is. I notice the thermostat's off. It's off. Like it's blank. And I thought, oh, no. Immediately when I tell you that I had like the biggest panic attack. Like I can laugh about it now, but like I had like the biggest panic attack, like so bad, because I knew what was going to happen, because they're only contracted to do specific work. So if there's anything else, that means they're not going to be able to complete this job, and they're going to have to put in another bid, and I'm going to have to wait another 1 to 3 days to get approval for this. And then schedule on the 4th day, which if it's over the weekend, you probably have to add an extra 2 days on top of that. So there's no end in sight at this point. And I lost it because I was like, there's just no way. And so Alex, being the calm, cool cucumber that he is, you know, tried to calm me down as best as I could. I was a fucking wreck, an emotional wreck. And I was just convinced that this is the end. We're going to die here. Very dramatic, I know. We're gonna die here, and this is just it. And the technician's gonna come, and he's not gonna be able to work, and we're gonna be back to the drawing board. And the reason why I also didn't book a hotel is because I knew I had this really important meeting on Thursday, and I didn't want to be in a hotel where Wi-Fi is not reliable. So I thought, like, okay, worst case scenario, we'll just get a hotel for like Thursday night, and then I don't know, maybe stay like a long weekend. We'll do like a staycation. So like I had that in the back of my mind, but at the time when all this was going on, the thought didn't like occur to me really, because I was panicking like all hell. Okay. The only thing I'm doing differently is I'm taking my like CoverGirl setting powder, because there's like a gray tone shape in this palette, but I don't want the look to go gray. So that's why I'm using a translucent setting powder to kind of just like blend out those edges. But now I'm going to use a small brush, and I'm going to go into this color right here, and I'm going to just blend out those edges a little bit more. Have like a little bit of a lighter tone of purple. I get a text from the company that's like, okay, someone's actually going to be there from 1 to 5, which is the hottest part of the day here in Florida. So I was like, great. Thankfully, the technician showed up at 12:40. So they were actually early, which I was like, I'll take it. But I knew that this, good chance it might not go well. So as soon as I got my ring notification that someone was at the door, I sprinted to the door. I met this man who just looked like an angel at this point. Like the sun was like glowing off the back of him. I swear it looked like he had angel wings. I was like, and as soon as he stepped foot in the door, he went, whew. He's like, wow, it's bad in here. And I was like, just try 6 days of this. Like I looked insane. If it was any other day, my hair would have been like all over the place, but like I had to like try to make it look somewhat presentable. For this meeting, so like I looked somewhat kind of normal. I had like half makeup on, so very severe eyebrows and like a red face. It was funny. And so he's like, wow, it's really warm in here. So I was like, hi, my name's Theresa. We got a problem. I'm like, I know you're here for the Freon. He was like, yeah. He's like, I really don't actually know why I'm here. He's like, they kind of just gave me like very little details. And I was like, eye twitching. I'm like, okay. I said, well, here's the problem. I said, this morning, the thermostat stopped working. And he went, oh, well, if the thermostat stopped working, he's like, I can't do anything. And I was like, just trying not to lose my shit. And he was like, ooh, all right. Well, can I see the air conditioning unit? So I'm like, sure. For whatever reason, the builder in this community put the air conditioning unit, bolted it to the ceiling. And so he looked up and he went, ugh, all right. And he's like, hold on, let me get a ladder. And we're like, okay. He comes back for a ladder. And then he looks at it and he goes, I'm going to do something. He's like, go check out the thermostat now. And I'm like, okay. And I run over it and now I see the thermostat's blinking. And I just start screaming, it's blinking, it's blinking. He goes, okay. He's like, I know what happened here. He goes, basically, you don't have Freon. He's like, that I do know because that's all they literally said to me is like, they just don't have Freon, but like none of the other details. You have a drainage issue, which is funny because that's what the last guy did. He did this whole drainage work, which actually took like 3 weeks. We didn't really have air conditioning. And that was like a whole thing. But that time the air conditioning unit was shutting off because it was like backing into the system, and there's like a little, I guess, like trigger or like little sensor that once it does that, once there's any sort of liquid, it just like shuts it down completely. So he's just like, that's what happened. I said, that's funny because there's like no Freon, there's no nothing. He goes, yeah. He's just like, it's just like humidity building up. It just kind of like tripped the sensor. So he's like, listen, in the future that happens, just kind of like nudge this, it'll bring it back to life. But he's like, it's a bigger issue. And I said, honestly, sir, I said, you just get me to survive until January 31st. I said, and then I don't give a fuck if the house burns down. I said, I could care less. I said, I just need to stay here because I am moving. So I know in my last video, I was very like, no, I'm moving. Like this was a sign from the universe. That last video foreshadowed so much shit. This place, I hate this place. It's bad memories, it's bad juju. I need to get the fuck out of here. So I just have to wait because unfortunately, I can't break my lease without paying them $10,000. And yeah, they could suck my that ain't happening, okay? So, so yeah. So the sweet man went to work on the house. I went back into my little office, finished my makeup, had my 2 meetings, and by the time my meeting, my first meeting was like in the process of, which was my one-on-one, so it was totally fine. Alex came in and was like, okay, guy just left. And I was like, okay, what happened? He was saying that like the guy really couldn't tell him verbally what was going on or like what the issue was, but he's like, I could show you. So I was like, oh, what a sweetie. So he kind of like showed him what he was doing, and it basically just needed some Freon. They had to replace these caps or whatever the they were doing. And then again, reminding us if we ever have, you know, issues to do that little sensor trick, because that's the thing that's gonna fix it. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we probably need a new thermostat, and it probably needs a replacement of the whole air conditioning unit, because like this house is about 10 years old. And from what I've heard from people is that air conditioning units only really kind of last 10 years, or maybe just down here. But yeah, so I was like, okay. And then, oh, my favorite part, I forgot to even tell you this, that Thursday, that Wednesday, when my property management company approved me for the temporary, AC units. As soon as I got a call that that my appointment was scheduled, they sent me an email that was like, did you return them? And I literally wrote the like most like professional, nasty email being like, they, in my life, I was very proud of myself. I was kind of just like, are you telling me that I would need to purchase them and then return them immediately just because I have an appointment scheduled, but I still don't have air conditioning? Is that what you're saying? Is it? Because I think that's what you're saying. And if you are saying that, you have another thing coming, sister. You can shut the up and because that's not happening. In a very professional way, of course. And then she responded. She's like, oh yeah, no, I mean like in the future. And then I just never responded to that email. And then I kind of reread the first one again. And I was like, oh yeah, they only said temporary. Okay, there's no way that they're going to reimburse me for the air unit because they only approved a temporary one. That's how scumbaggy. And as soon as I leave here, I will tell you the name of the property management company. So if you ever are in my situation and you come across them, run for the hills. I should have, that's my fault. I should have did better research on them because they're pieces of shit. Their Better Business Bureau is like, it's bad. Their score is bad. But it's okay though. It's okay. It's all good. All right, I think I kind of matted my eyes to death at this point. By Thursday night, the house got to, I think, 85, and it just felt so much better. And it's funny to even say that, because 85 is still way too fucking hot in the house. But when the outside is actually cooler than the inside, it's lunacy. Lunacy, I tell you. Good story, huh? I almost died. Florida's just trying to kill me, man. I don't know. I'm gonna take a little bit of NYX glitter glue. I'm just gonna kind of cover up all of that work. Oh, actually, I didn't blend this one properly. Okay, that looks better. All right. And then I'm gonna take this shade, which is so pretty. And this is a very simple look, but it's a classic. And I feel like every time I do wear it, I will get compliments. It's beautiful. I really do love the tones of this palette. It's just so pretty. I'm actually gonna combine this color and this color together as like a liner. Oh, so pretty. Anyway, so yeah, that's what happened to me. Very annoying, but it's all good. We've lost our air conditioner, you know, 6 times now. This was by far the worst. By far the worst. And I blame just the amount of unboxings I'm going to be doing on it. But if it wasn't for those delicious little, those, you know, delicious little hauls and stuff, I would have lost my ever-loving mind. So, yay! Anyway, oh, girl. All right, I think I'm gonna put this multi-chrome liner. This I think is Astral Pink. Yo, I don't know what you're doing, okay? But you need to get the Sephora ones. They're so good. Yeah, that one's blue. We're not gonna do that one. We're gonna do the Astral Pink. It's so pretty. I swear, I don't think there's like a dud in the bunch. I'm gonna take this lighter purple and just kind of run it through, or underneath my lash line, I should say. And then I'm going to take this color down here, this multi-chromey, just shimmery, beautiful goddess shade, and just pop it right in the inner corner. Give you a little bit of an ice queen moment that I love. That's fun. Okay, let me put on some mascara. We're going to go in, you know what? I do love this Benefit Fan Fest. We're going to go in with some Benefit Fan Fest, and let's briefly talk about it. I really like how everything came out, and telling a very infuriating story. I'm actually kind of surprised I'm not purple. Because I did get heated, so you could just tell, like right there, I did get heated. But overall, I really like this. Like, I knew I was gonna love the eyeshadow palette because I have been, but I'm very surprised about these 2 little palettes from NYX. They're actually pretty fucking good, and I believe for the price point, they're $10 a piece. It's actually kind of a steal in this economy anyway. I really enjoyed the blush formula. I can't say it's quite like the Buttermelt formula, but it's very easy to use. I liked how the pink and purple blended very well together. Can't wait to use the other 2 colors. Enjoyed that. I thought this was going to be kind of a little because it felt like it was leaning a little bit warm, but I think it actually just looks really perfect. And I kind of use it more as a bronzer than anything, but I only really kind of stayed within these 2 shades. I don't think I'm ever really going to with these 2 unless I use them as like an eyeshadow. Maybe I'll try this one, but definitely this one's way too deep. But maybe if I use it like lightly, I can kind of truly use it as like a contour. I don't know. I'm going to continue to play around with this palette, but this pleasantly surprised me. I really like the formula of both of them. I like this stupid umbrella situation. My little NYX umbrella here. Like, I think this is really cute. I like this collection. I'm kind of sad that I didn't get anything else. You know, I kind of was like, oh, it's probably not going to be like amazing, but no, NYX surprises me every time, and I love that. So yay, NYX. Okay, moving on to the highlighter. This bitch is sparkly, and I kind of up one side because I like kind of dragged it a little bit, so I didn't love that, but I feel like I kind of fixed it up. I think it looks really pretty. It's very sparkly. I don't think I would wear it every day because I don't know, like I like the wet glass look. I'm not really into the whole sparkly look, but I feel like this just pairs so beautifully with the eyeshadow. I'm like, who cares, bitch? Like, you look cute as a button. So I love that. When it comes to the eyeshadow palette, this bitch is good. I love it. I really do like Diva Room Cosmetics. This has been probably my favorite palette that they have ever created. This color story is just so beautiful and spooky and ooky and cool tone and just like a little goblin and a little bit of a witch. And it's just, it's perfect for the season that we're entering, which is pretty much pumpkin season. So I love this. I think this is really, really cute. I really love like their shifty, multi-chrome, glittery kind of formula, which is funny because I don't really love glitter, but there's just something that is so pretty about this that I just love, I'm obsessed with. But I will say though that the highlighter, I do have rogue sparkles on my face that looks like a little glitter bukkake, but like, I mean, whatever. I was without air conditioning for days, okay? Like I look like a warrior princess now and I couldn't be happier. Again, I don't know if it's available. It might not be, but if it is, I'll leave it down below. If not, just try to stock it if you can, because this is a fun palette. It really is. There were other things in the collection that I haven't played with. Like for example, there's like these satin formula shades. I haven't played with them, so I'm gonna have to use that in a future video, but the fucking palette's like my favorite thing. Honestly, it's so good. Eyeliner, what are you doing? Just buy it. It's so good. It's so good. It's so pretty. I haven't found a bum shade yet. The only one that I haven't tried in my waterline is the blue one, but I'm gonna do that very, very soon because I really think that this is going to be like one of the best products that has come out of Sephora collection in a hot minute. So I'm obsessed. That's my 2 cents. I know it was supposed to be like more trying new makeup, but it kind of turned more into a story time. And I hope you enjoyed it. This was very infuriating. Do share with me down below if you have similar stories, because I feel like we do. I feel like people have been in my situation. I'm sure. Anyway, I want to say thank you so much to my beautiful patrons and YouTube members for keeping this garbage boat afloat. I couldn't do it without you. I love your faces. And I'll see you little trash bags later. Bye.